Is Ukraine using Bitcoin to fund their portion of the war? Let's get into this article here. So Ukraine raised a ton of money to support their defense in the war against Russia. But before we get into that, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment down below when you're interested in something that we're talking about. We will definitely interact with you. We love to see your comments. Let's get into the article here. So Ukraine raised, I believe it was 50 million? Go ahead and scroll down here.
Yeah, let's look at his tweet.
50 million in crypto. In just a week. Wow.
That's crypto fund of Ukraine, and he tweeted this out. 50 million in crypto in a week, and he's hoping for 1 million by the next week. 100 million, I mean.
So this is like direct money to them. I mean, if they were to get funds from around the world, it would have to go through the IMF. There would probably be tons of fees. It would be slow. I mean, this happens instantly. This is the power of crypto, and this country can now defend themselves a lot easier because they actually have those funds to make it possible. I mean, they might have been tied up on funds, so they couldn't really get outside support as much, but using crypto and some decentralization, they're able to get past some regulation and actually get it done a lot faster.
It's honestly astounding to me that the president of Ukraine even considered this. So, I mean, to me, it seems relatively early on in the, it's been a week, I guess. But it's crazy to me that it's a go-to and clearly a strategy that worked. That is pretty interesting. He asked for funding and he got funding through cryptocurrency.
And the NFT space too is just blowing up. I see so many projects now. 25% is going to the Ukraine.
Yeah.
25%. I don't know if that's just a marketing ploy or whatever, but the fact that they're doing it is it's a pretty powerful thing.
Yeah, I think there'll be a percentage of people that are just scamming it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that actually have a good heart involved and want to give some value to Ukraine to help all their citizens from this craziness that's going on, getting bombed and stuff.
Yeah, this is just another showing of the credibility of crypto, NFT, all of that. This is not going away, people. This is the new world of banking and stuff. And if banks are seeing it. I mean, we see it now that the banks are realizing, oh, crap, this is not a fad.
Yeah.
Well, can't shut this down.
So we're looking at here like NFTs for good, and you think, it can be used for good, but then it does get subjective depending on the company. We're going to get into a little bit of that as well and who's calling the shots. But in this case, this is also an example of how Russia can use cryptocurrency to evade any of the pressure, from banking embargoes, to sanctions, all of that. They can use crypto to sidestep at. I don't know. What do you think?
So last week, I believe, the ruble tanked in value, started tanking, and it's still tanking. So it was to the dollar, it was like 14 cents, I believe, and now it's down to 7 cents or 0.014. Now it's down to 0.007. So Russians have lost half of their purchasing power. So a lot of them ran to Bitcoin to basically protect their purchasing power. And a lot of these people in Russia, I mean, it's a huge country. There's a lot of those people who just need that to feed their families. They're not really involved with the war. They're just trying to get by.
Yeah.
And now they lost half their purchasing power because their government decides to invade another country. And so having Bitcoin for the people is actually good. But another story is that Coinbase, Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, he basically shut off 25,000 Bitcoin Coinbase accounts from Russians that they thought were potentially doing illicit activity or whatnot. So I don't know. It's kind of dangerous using a decentralized or a centralized exchange where you can have somebody shut it down.
That's a good point. I mean, everybody. I think the side listener, the person that really isn't involved in crypto or NFT or any of that, but kind of keep hearing things. The big push about crypto is the decentralization. Is that nobody controls it and all that good stuff. But like anything, once money is involved, people start to control things. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So maybe Bitcoin is decentralized, but where that Bitcoin goes and who takes care of it and who decides where it goes in different exchanges,
Yep.
That's a different story. Those are not decentralized. Coinbase is
Yep.
a centralized exchange that exchanges crypto, and they know who you are. You've got to give your driver's license. This is not people that
account,
think
everything.
that crypto. Of course, this goes to a whole new topic of that it's all just underground bull crap and only evil people use crypto. That is not the case anymore.
Yeah, Ukraine's using it. They're a whole government.
They're okay. Well, and even
El Salvador.
China, and people are, well, the governments are going to shut it down. Well, if China can't shut it down, and they try, I mean, they
Yeah.
really tried to shut down. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you can shut down a on-ramp or a centralized exchange, but you cannot stop the blockchain from going. You can find out other ways to transact it through different means, and nowadays we have a lot of decentralized exchanges, which are good.
Yeah. Well, there's also the shame factor. And so what I mean by this is right now OpenSeas has NFT Ukraine. It's available on OpenSeas. You can get NFTs and help support Ukraine. But my question is, what happens when there's NFT Russia? And OpenSeas is now has pressure from the public about what they do about those NFTs that are supporting Russia. And you can sort of see where there's no central body that's controlling this. I still have to wonder. Then now we've got private companies that have that on their plate. So
Yeah.
it's interesting.
I still think though the coolest part about crypto in itself is that it runs by the people. It does.
Yeah.
The people are what give it the value. And if we all decided to quit using crypto, it's not going to happen. But if the people decided, then it would all die.
Yeah.
Everybody says, well, what if it all falls apart and dies? Well, for that to happen, everybody would have to quit using it.
Yeah, it'd be the
Is that
same
gonna
thing if gold lost its value. Everyone would have to decide that it's valueless.
It has no value anymore.
And
And it's the people that decide that.
Yeah.
And that I still think is the greatness of the whole crypto, what's the cool word?
Movement?
Rise up. Movement, maybe. Yes. yeah.
Revolution.
Revolution. That was the word I was looking for, Ryan.
There it
Yeah,
is.
the crypto revolution. That's the cool part about it is it has put money in the people.
Oh, absolutely.
And we see that with this whole situation and the Ukraine and Russia. I mean, this is not going to be the first time and only time we see stuff like this.
Yeah. Looking back at the article here, so there's also this NFT run with the paint. What is this? Brush for Peace. And there, it's actually kind of a cool concept for an NFT. But quote here from the article, this is the creator of Brush with Peace, says, of course, NFTs aren't perfect, but in this moment, they're showing what can be achieved by a borderless community, which is interesting, a borderless community. See, again, you don't have, in some ways, a lot of the criticisms are there's so many middlemen when it comes to NFT, but in this case, it's almost more direct. There's fewer middlemen, perhaps, in some cases, and it gets money directly to where you want to get it to go. So, super interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Any last words? This is not the last time we're going to see this stuff.
I imagine we're going to be making more videos on this topic, I suspect.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
yeah.
That's all I had. I actually did get a message from somebody on our Discord because we're doing an NFT project, and somebody messaged me and they're like, "I'm from Ukraine. I need money," because I have a section for proposals and promotions and stuff. There's like, "I'm from Ukraine. I need money." Like, oh, okay. You don't know if it's real or not.
Watch
You
out.
don't support them, but
yeah,
it's
what do you-
like,
yeah,
might
what
be
do
a
you-
random
fishing.
person. Yeah, back to fishing.
Back to fishing.
Well, we're going to wrap up this video. Really appreciate you for tuning in. We want to know your thoughts in the comments below. Is all of this insanity, or is it a solution to a really big problem? We'd love to know your thoughts, and we'll see you in the next video.